everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Bella. So today we are playing a super exciting game. This is Galaxy Princess Zorana. So this is based off the same game, the same like galaxy world as Long Live the Queen. If you don't know anything about me, I love Long Live the Queen. I played that game for fucking years. I was a strategist. So go on quickly, I'll make a wonderful queen. It's what your mother would have wanted. This is not what mother would have wanted, actually, motherfucker. Okay, she doesn't say that, but you know what I mean. She wouldn't have wanted to die and leave me. Today we are playing the sequel, which came out about a month or two ago, and I'm really excited because it's been like 10 years since Long Live the Queen came out. So this is like a super exciting adventure. So let's just get ready to get started. I've played one singular game. I haven't died yet. So let's see. You lie in your curtained bed, trying to relax your mind into sleep. What a rotten day. Your mathematical drills made your head hurt. Your soup was served far too cold, and the heel of your favorite damson purple shoe snapped completely off on your way back to your room, making you stumble in front of the guards. Even your beloved pet. Okay, here's the first, this actually matters because I believe the pets actually do have a difference in your mood. So this is important. I am also going to move myself once I find a better place for me to be. I want to try what I did in my original run, which was the black blob. Ignored you during feeding time. It's bad enough that they had to leave you all of your friends and dragged off to this floating palace just because you're the heir now. What's the point of being imperial princess if you can't have nice things? Your father, the emperor, rules all of civilized space. How dare your shoe betray you? This is not helping you to sleep. Relax. You can get another shoe in the morning. Suddenly there's a loud chime at your door. You don't care, you're in bed, you're not answering it. To your surprise, your lights turn on even by themselves. Someone out there must have the power to override your settings. Your Imperial Highness, Princess Zorana, we are here to escort you into the cabinet room. Please rise and dress at once. Go away, I'm sleeping. It is an emergency, Your Highness. It's your father. Whatever my father wants, he can tell me in the morning. Duh. Princess, your father is gone. What? Mood change, compliant. Like Long Live the Queen, it has very similar dynamic. The only main difference I've noticed is you'll see. It's the location stuff. That's totally different. I'll be right there. You make your way to a seat, still dazed. All around, government ministers, local thieves, and civil servants are shouting at each other in agitation. It doesn't seem real. Surely the real you is still laying safe in bed. Adrift and confused, you stare at the imperial portraits that overhang the cabinet table. Father, mother, I really never knew either of you. Your mother died when you were very young. You barely remember her. You only have pictures of her name. Imperial Consort Millennia of Crystal Nova. If you remember anything about Long Live the Queen, that's their world. So Crystal Nova is their world. A place outside the Emperor which you have never visited. Emperor Dragosin was a busy man with no allowance for a child's demand. You were raised on American homeworlds by your governess and a series of boarding schools. You saw your father only at official functions from a distance. So the difference between this game, again, I'm going to go through a lot of it. There's a lot of differences, but just to get it real quick, we're aliens basically. So that's cool. We're in the space world. You've only lived here in the Heavenly Palace for a season, learning at his side, and now. Speak one at a time or we cannot hear ourselves think. Mazarin, you are His Majesty's shadow, sworn to defend him at all times. How could you not know what happened when you're not at his side? A male Muro raises his head. The Emperor received a message from the science labs that one of his top secret projects had made some kind of breakthrough. We went down to see it at once. One of the cabinet ministers, your father's logothethy of science, immediately questions what matter of project. The researcher was attempting to create short-range personal warp fields. The assembled ministers break out in shouts again with cries of impossible but the physics. You don't know anything about this technical babble. This is a skill test, and we just know we failed, obviously. Any school child knows the basics, though, blah, 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 blah. Only very large ships and structures like this palace can travel through warp gates to different parts of the galaxy. No single person can teleport from a bedroom to a boutique, even if it would be very convenient to avoid crowds. We went to view the equipment and speak with a researcher. Drago-sen sent me to another lab to check some readings. He is my first loyalty, so I obeyed without question. Then I heard the sound of an explosion. I returned to the lab to find that the equipment was destroyed and the researcher and the emperor had disappeared. And there were no bodies. No. Important. Were there any records of what tests were run, what machines was trying to do, or where it may have sent them? No, everything was destroyed. How can you know nothing? He doesn't answer. No bodies. Is it possible that the experiment worked and your father was transported somewhere in the heavenly palace? That he's just injured, maybe, or unconscious, and that's why he's not here? It's more likely that he was thrown out into space or sucked into another dimension or ripped into tiny pieces and shattered like confetti. You wrap your arms around yourself and sink down into your chair as ministers argue around you. All gone. Princess Zorana, what? You are the designated heir. In your father's absence, it falls onto you to make the decisions for the emperor. You must decide what we do next. But if the emperor is dead, then the empire must be informed and the official mourning period begun. However, with no body present, the procedures are less clear. Should we officially declare Drago-sen's death or delay the inevitable until the investigation can be concluded? For this, we're gonna delay it though. We're gonna delay, I think. Let's save here too. I think we'll delay. That's what I did in my first one, and it's worked so far. It's the middle of the night and no one's sure what's happened yet. Maybe there are some clues we haven't seen. There could still be hope. There's no need to rush. Very well. The Celestial Minister will organize a full investigation. There's a buzz of agreement and plans to sweep the entire palace for any clues of the Emperor's fate, with a special focus on the science division. We must consider the possibility that this was not an accident. Agreed! A tall woman leans forward, her earrings swaying. She is the Emperor Thresher, head of intelligence of the secret police. You've never really spoken to her. Her reports to your father were always made in private. If it was well hidden. There has been no sign of any plot against the Emperor in this Fivim. You will pursue it. Of course, but this will be handled discreetly. We don't want word to leak that the Emperor is missing, especially when we don't know the truth. There could be panic, chaos. Enemies would take advantage. And in such uncertainty, we must devote extra attention to the safety of the heir. She turns to you. You don't have your own oath-sworn bodyguard at the point, do you? No, just the regular guards. And I volunteer to stand as your bodyguard until a proper rotation can be established. If you wish it, I will sleep in your quarters and keep you safe from harm. Would you sleep in your bedroom? Your favorite safe. She's a stranger, and a stranger whose job is to stoop and smile. But it could be safer to have her present if you feel like you can trust her. If not, you'd be volunteering for your own execution. Can you really trust anyone in this palace? Accept it. I accept your offer. She says nothing, only nods. It's probably best for you to sleep while you can. There will be little time for you in the future. Or for it in the future. When the meeting broke out, you dispersed into the hallway. Princess Zorana. I was bound by your father to give you a message in the event of his death. Yes. Focus on your studies, the skills you gain, blah, blah, blah. Build a pool of trusty advisors. That's all, nothing personal, no secrets, and final admission that he loved you, nothing. You haven't weakened a flower, but you're the jerk. You always spelled how dare. It is what your father told me to say. Learn quickly. He walks away. Here you are, in complete control of your life for the first time. What will you choose to study? What you choose to study will give you the skills you need to become an empress, or else doom you to a brutal fate. You'll show them You'll show them all! You have to. Once you've slept, you must choose your first set of classes and begin your journey. Oh god. I already know all this. So basically, similar vibe. We've got classes, we've got subjects, we've got the codex, which is just basically everything to do with like all this jazz. And then we've got moods. The mood wheel is definitely different, as you can see. It's very different than the last one. The last one we had like a grid and then the different lengths. This one, it's like a wheel, so it's a bit different. Skills is very similar. Some get fucked up, some get neutralized, some get positives, you know, depending on our mood. Location might have a play in it too at some point, I believe so. And the people we have on our team and reservoir. Because we have We got the girl for our safety. We have a higher stealth. And then from then on, we are going to work on... Okay. Oof. You know what? It was all etiquette, if I remember correctly, when I first... It was like all etiquette. So here we go. As it always effing is. It's always effing etiquette. Once again, you lie in your bed. This time, sleep bubbles up easily. Your mind and body are exhausted from the stress of the day since your father disappeared. Only in sleep can you relax. ... Was there a noise? Did something just fall over in your room? You're so tired. Something bumps against your bed. You hear a scuffle and a scream. You activate the lights to find Korondi crowded over the body of a Hurricane woman, freshly dead. Her body is smeared over Korondi's holes. The assassin has been dispatched to your Imperial Highness. Thank you. I'll remove the body and investigate her collections. I'll have someone clean the carpets in the morning. ... You watch in silence as Korondi and her guards carry the mysterious woman away. She was strangely dressed for an assassin. She looked much more like one of your father's concubines. Why would someone like that want to kill you? If Korondi hadn't been here, how are you supposed to sleep now? Every turn, you will have the opportunity to interact socially with characters who are present in the current location. This is really important, so we can travel. At the moment, there's people in the Heavenly Palace. As well as visiting Korondi the Thresher, you can spend time with your pet, which will affect your mood. Your pet is a withering inn that likes to tear apart its prey before absorbing it. You only wish you could be that destructive, though. Large weapons do help. Choosing this pet give you starting skills in hiding and big guns. Okay, good to know. What is the blot's name? Oh, okay. Krobus. Alright, so for this, we're going to go straight to Mazarin. That's what I did not do in my first run, and I learned that effing quick. Okay. Alright, let's do this, guys. So, we're gonna go straight to him. We need to talk to him ASAP. Mazarin looks rumpled, as if he hadn't been sleeping well. Or perhaps he sees less reason to care for his appearance now that your father is gone. Is there something you wish of me, Princess Zorana? There's something odd about the way he phrased it. It sounded polite on the surface, but he's specifically not offering to serve or aid you, only inquiring about what you want. Those are all good. I can't ask all of them. Oh no. I actually don't know. I didn't do this. So I'm gonna ask about him though, for the sake of this. So this is important. How are you doing? I know this was a shock. My reason for existence is no longer present. Would you call that a shock? I don't know what to call it. I don't know how to feel. You must rise above your feelings. Do not let them rule you. Duty is duty. Your duty is to learn and rule. I understand. Mazarin is your friend. He doesn't want your comfort, and he isn't here to comfort you. Okay. That wasn't the right answer. Okay, well, we can always go back, which is a shitty thing to do, or we can just let it live. Korendi, I don't think we learned anything from her yet. And Krobus is just a mood thing. Can we visit him again? I don't know. We can visit Krobus. I don't know if we can visit Mazarin again, though. I figured. So now we can choose either of the moods next to our current mood, which is cautious. So we can either go to negative or compliant. The problem is you can also look at your skills, which is nice, but for interaction, I think we want to be compliant. So yeah, let's go be compliant. All right, you are summoning again to the cabinet room where the ministries are assembled. To our greatest sorrow, there have been no signs of Emperor Dracosen's survival in the Heavenly Palace or anywhere else. Please report on your investigations. Korendi stands. No subversive organizations have claimed credit. No unusual activity on celebrations. No sign that this incident has been leaked outside of the palace itself, although that can't last long. The missing researcher by Hewolo, by the name of the Three-Forked Lightning, also known for alternative practices and generally considered a crackpot by other scientists, was personally recruited by Emperor Dracogen to work on the secret warp project, or a posting it could never have received by merit. Unlikely that it would betray the Emperor. No enemies known that would go to such extremes for sabotage, no sign of suicidal inclination or other mental break. Personnel records show only enthusiasm about the research. I'll leave it to you to explain the technical details. The head science ministry coughs. Oh my god, this is like a lot of fucking reading. Okay. We have tried to recreate the Three-Forked Lightning's research, but key research records are missing, possibly stored in the equipment that was destroyed. The only experience we can trace created unstable warp fields that immediately collapsed, destroying the targets in the process. Nothing suggests it would ever work. It was madness to try. Other ministers speak up, but they all come to the same conclusion. Your father was killed by meddling with bad science. It was just a stupid accident. We are now honor-bound to announce the death of the Emperor. Wouldn't you agree? Yes, of course. My father must be remembered for all he achieved. The Empire must begin the mourning period of once. Very well. Then this celestial minister is permanently disbanded. Thank you all for your service. You may depart. The ministers, except for Kurundi, rise from their seats. Most nod their heads to you in respect before departing. Others just walk away. What happens now? Now the election cycle begins. You are Dracogen's hire, but you cannot claim the imperial throne until you are acclaimed by the majority of the electoral college. Which is not going to fucking happen in this episode, by the way. But every elector is a noble from one of the imperial worlds, each with their own interests and motivations. You will need to speak with them individually to win their support and make deals where you can. You are also in need of a new team of advisors. Now that your father's ministers have been dismissed by imperial custom, you may not rehire any minister from the previous cabinet, with certain exceptions. The Thresher will always advise you on matters of intrigue. The High Pontifex will always take the role of spiritual advisor once you win your support. It is the same for your military advisor, the Star Admiral. Okay. And then you now have knowledge skills. Yeah, okay. You might win an electoral's loyalty by offering them a position as your advisor. It's a great honor to join. You may also consider winning someone's loyalty by offering them marriage. Marriage tradition alliances are traditional. But you haven't even risen to your blah, 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 blah. Okay, as your father's heir, you will provide direction for the Heavenly Palace. At your command, we will travel the Emperor so you can meet with your electors. It's a lot to take in. You have enough to worry about. Yeah, I know. Thank you. All right, here we go. Etiquette. No, I'm kidding. We'll do rhetoric. Girl, what? Okay. Gotta do rhetoric and deception. Because we gotta get them up so we can even do motherfucking more etiquette, I think. Actually, we can do etiquette one more time. Okay, we're a student now. Okay, Princess Zorana, here are the regular status reports. You eye a stack of papers with some dismay. The Imperial Harem has been cleared. All of your father's former concubines have been sent to their way with appropriate gifts and things. Some will no doubt wish to return for the official funeral, but for now it's safer to keep them away from the palace. We don't need any further disruption. It's probably for the best. When is the official funeral? Certain ceremonies to bless the Emperor's passage have been carried out already, but the full state funeral will not pass until the new ruler holds the throne. Until then, the Emperor is guided by his spirit. This brings us to an issue that requires your attention. Mazarin, yeah, I know. It wasn't his fault. It was an accident. There was nothing he could have done. Oh, right. Imperial history. Oh. I forgot about this. He claims he is waiting for the Emperor's body to be found before holding the ceremony. Hard to cut your throat at your master's feet when the feet are missing. Is that supposed to be a joke? Mazarin's loyalty is not the question, but the Emperor's physical form may be forever out of her reach. What are your commands, Your Highness? Shit. I think I said he can wait last time. But I don't know, honestly, because, you know, it can wait. It's easier if we find that. Yeah, we can wait. That's fine. It's not dishonor to wait. Very well, then. You gather the papers and hurry away from your room before you can present it with any more problems. In your room, you check messages. They're from our school friends. They send their condolences about your father's death. Of course, the news must be reaching across the Empire now. It's been a season since you've seen your old friends, since your father called you away to the heavenly palace and named you here in your brother's place. At school, your two dearest friends. Oh, yeah, there's no chance. You can read that. Oh, no. She loves computers. She loves finding out secrets and inside crystals. The crystal she keeps by her keyboard gives her special hacking ability. Inside, she's enthusiastic, bubbly, and a bundle of energy. Vasily, I think, on the other hand, is much more laid back. He's handsome, artistic. I thought that said autistic. I'm not gonna lie. And prefers to charm his way out of situations rather than do any actual work. He's quite intelligent when he puts his mind to things, but he'd rather use intelligence to have a good time. Vasily always had devoted fans following in his wake, and was always kind to all of them, but never seriously in love. As far as romance went, you had a crush on both of them. I don't know if that does anything, honest. I don't know if the crushes do anything. I think it just depends on it like rules your sexuality, I think is really what it does. We'll go with both of them. Variety is a spice of life after all, and it was fun to play with your friends. You really miss them. From now on, your social interactions are limited to the palace. He's not there. He's not even gonna open up. We could try. Could definitely give it a shot. I doubt it's gonna work. I mean, I figured, right? There's probably no security. Oh, yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. And you can't just stay the same mood, which kind of sucks in this game. Like, you actually have to change your moves, I think. Oh, well, that's helpful. As long as it's not minus... We could do... Wait, does anything have good... Anyone have good effing... what the hell? Oh, wait, where's... Oh, here. Imperial history. Alright. Well, we need to do that. Okay. So, we'll next do Imperial history, because we now have it, but, we'll just do it. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Here's where we actually have to move. Ugh. Here we go. This one's important. We have to go here. This is like, we have a problem. There's always a problem. Mr. Hannah's spirit, yeah. He started responding to messages, and when we overrode the security lockout on his quarters to see if he had done his duty, we found them empty. Fucking an important political precision. The Emperor's own shadow just disappeared out of the palace. Weren't you watching him? You never ordered surveillance on Mazarin. You said he was completely loyal. Your Highness, my agents have been more concerned about your safety than the safety of a shadow who was due to enter eternity in the near future anyway. Well, did he die somehow? Did he make another warp portal to follow my father? On last reported sightings, he was headed for the hangar decks. It seems like he smuggled himself out of the palace on a spaceship. As Emperor Shadow, Mazarin was trained in a variety of techniques: stealth, surveillance, infiltration, and hacking. He can be hard to track. Is now rogue to save his life, or is there more to the story? He doesn't want to die, obviously. Most likely. Princess Zorana, it falls on to you to make the decision. Dragon's place. What is your official... Honestly, I have no effing idea. Like, what should we do, you think, guys? Ah. Non-ceremony. Like, I don't know, to be quite honest. I think we should hunt him down or do nothing. I did not hunt him down last time. I'm kind of wanting to. But we'll do nothing. Say anything, don't do anything, let everyone forget. Very well. Okay. Let's do Imperial history. It's the only one we can really do right now that would be like really important. The rest are not very important. There are more messages of sympathy. What family? You don't really know anything about your mother's relatives on Crystal Nova. Since they died, she's never really reached out to you in any way. As far as you've known. They might have sent something for the funeral, but you were very young and you don't remember the details. Are your parents, her parents still living? Did you have any siblings? Do you have a cousin? You wonder for a moment and then decide it doesn't matter. Crystal Nova is no part of your life. You are dedicated to the Crystal Empire! Okay. Hey. Oh yeah, shameless plug. I have a new channel where I'm going over like recovery and mental health and stuff like that now. Oh, you stupid bird. If anyone's curious, learn more about mental health, you can find me there. Shameless plug. Yay! Okay. Oh, and it hits you. This isn't from an unknown cousin. It's from your brother. Oh, right, our brother that was named heir to the Celestial Empire upon his birth. He blazed a trail through the top scholariums and led his squadron in military service. And then he turned a traitor, stole a fighter, and defected to... Oh my god, Crystal Nova. Ex-Prince has a warrant on his head if he ever dares to return to Imperial space. I haven't heard from him since. You miss him. Your ages and different upbringing meant that you weren't close as siblings, but he was still your brother. He used to visit you on Kidro and tell you stories. He escorted you to balls when you were too little for a proper partner. More importantly, if he were here now, then you wouldn't have to deal with all of these politics. Voshroat. Oh, no chance. We're supposed to be the heir, not you. But he betrayed the Empire and ran away. You don't even know why. You don't have time to think about this right now. You're an Imperial princess. You're busy. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna end this episode here. I'm really excited though for this series, you guys, because it's just long live the queen, y'all. It's long live the queen. And that means a lot to me because I love long live the queen. So that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I hope to see you all soon. I'll have more videos coming out soon. I was in the hospital and that's why I'm doing a mental health journey thing. So yeah. See you all soon. Bye!
You like that?